Hello. In this video, we are going to attempt to solve this question. Now, this question reads, the sides of a rectangle are shown, they are below here. Find the values of x and y, and hence find the perimeter of the rectangle. Now, the question of finding the perimeter of a rectangle is probably familiar to many of us. But sometimes when the question looks like this, it becomes an uphill task to be able to solve the perimeter. So first, let's see what do we do to get to work out the sides of this rectangle so that we can be able to solve or find its perimeter. The first thing we need to do is to be able to get the values of x and y. Now here, we use the rule that for a rectangle, two opposite sides are equal. This side and this side are equal. Now this is actually supposed to be minus 7 here. So it's 2x minus 7. Now since two opposite sides are equal, then if we start with the length, then we can see x plus 5y is supposed to be equal to 24 minus x. X plus 5y is equal to 24 minus x. Now this one, we can quickly bring x this side of the equation, and what it will do, it will add. So we'll end up with 2x plus 5y is equal to 24. Now the other equation is for the width. Again here we can see that we can say 2x minus 7 is equal to y plus 5. In this case, we will have to take this one this side and that one the other side. Now if we bring y this way, it will be subtracting, so we are going to end up with 2x minus y is equal to 5. When we bring 7 this other side, since it's subtracting here, it will add, and that gives us 12. Now here we are now having two different equations to work with. This is one of them, and this is another. Now to be able to solve this, let's bring the equations together. 2x plus 5y is equal to 24. Let's call this equation 1. And then we have 2x minus y is equal to 12. Let's call this equation 2. Now, when you look at these equations, we can solve this by elimination method. These are two simultaneous equations which we can solve by elimination method. Now, to do that, we have this case, we just subtract. So here we get 12, and this side we end up with this 2x minus 2x gives us 0, and 5y minus y becomes 5y plus y. That is 5y plus y, which gives us 6y. So we end up with 6y is equal to 12. That simply means we can get y here by dividing both sides by 6, and that gives us 2. So y is equal to 2. Now that we have the value of y, we can bring this value and substitute it to the original equations. It's important to substitute it to any of these two equations. And when we do so, we end up with, for instance, if we substitute it to equation 2, we end up with 2x minus, in the place of y we write 2 is equal to 12. Now here we have an equation that can be worked out easily. So we take 2 to the other side, we end up with 2x is equal to 14. That means x is equal to 7. Now since we have the values of x and y, x is equal to 7 and y is equal to 2, we can now get the sides of our rectangle. And that we do by taking these values back to our rectangle, and we can see if we bring the value of x which we have found to be 7, and the value of y which we have found to be 2, you'll realize that this one will give you 24 minus 7, which gives us 17, and this one would be 2 plus 5, which gives us 7. So the sides of our rectangle are 7 and 17. The length is 17 and the width is actually 7. So let's go down here and be able to work out the perimeter. We know that the perimeter of a rectangle is given by, sorry, I've written beyond this line, is given by 2 into length plus width. We have found out that the length is actually 17 and the width is 7. So our perimeter P is going to be 2 times 17 plus 7, that is 2 times 24, which gives us 24 times 2, we end up with 48 centimeters. So our perimeter is 48 centimeters. Thank you.